Hi, my name's Tim Johnson. In a few weeks' time, I'm coming up to 2 years sober. And I realize that I'm constantly learning, particularly over the last 10 days, which I'll talk about in a second. But I'm constantly learning new things about myself, about sobriety, and about other people. And it keeps on gifting me. And I just want to share a few things with you because I just think it's really important to understand that we just never stop learning about this journey of sobriety. And I hate to use that term, journey of sobriety, but it is in a sense. Over the last 10 days, I've had people visiting me here that really mean a lot to me, and which is why I've not been online at all. And these are family and close friends that wouldn't have wanted to spend time with me 2 years ago, and that's not an exaggeration. They definitely wouldn't, and they wouldn't have even made the trip out here to Spain to stay with me and to spend time. It was my wife's birthday on the 1st of June, and they came over. My wife came to stay, and these friends and family came over as well to spend a long weekend during that period that my wife was here. Now, these are people, and I've come to realise that in sobriety, that and some of the things that I've learned that have been really important to me is A, not to judge people, and B, not to really worry too much about what people think of me. And as long as I'm happy with myself, that's all that's important, and that gives me strength and to carry on and to grow into the best version of myself that I can possibly be. Which is where I was when these people arrived. In my head, and like my daughter's wedding, I was at a point where I was the best I could be, but constantly learning and constantly trying to improve. But the difference between these people and other people is that I did care about what I do care about, do care about their opinions, and I do care about what they think of me, because I respect and love those people a lot. These are really close people, and I care about what they think and what they think of me, and that they going to have a fantastic time here, and I wanted to be the best I could be for them. And I thought, I am at that point of time the best I can be. Anyway, these people, they like to have a good time, and they work really hard. A couple run their own businesses, and and they have responsible jobs, and they like to relax, and they really like to have a good time. And the first real difference this time on this visit that I noticed was that because they've got used to me being as I am now, so living in sobriety, and that being my choice to live as a sober person, and my life choice, if you like, and they don't question that anymore, and they don't judge that, and they don't really notice it, to be honest with you. And this became apparent this time. The first time, as I say, I'm coming up to 2 years, I'd seen them lots of times before, but they'd always been a bit conscious of relaxing and having a drink in front of me, etc. And I'm not talking about drugs now, because that's a different issue, because none of them do that. And this was more about sort of the drink side of my addictions. And, they in the past have said to me, do you mind if we have a drink? Do you mind if we've got alcohol in the apartment, if you, etc., etc. And there was none of that this time. They were just really relaxed. And of course, I was really like, didn't cross my mind in the slightest. I just wanted them to have a good time, because I knew that I'd have a good time without any of that anyway. And they like to relax. They like to have a drink. On my wife's birthday, we went out to a beautiful restaurant in the town, and they celebrated, and they had a good few drinks, and they enjoyed themselves. They chilled out, they relaxed, and I just relaxed along with them. And I realised something, now I'd be a liar to say that things came into my head, while they were past memories and past whatever you want to call them came into my head while they were having a drink and unwinding and relaxing. And basically, my mind is at a stage now where I just see those thoughts for what they are. Basically, they are old thinking, which comes into their head, old thoughts, old associations, if you like. And your brain would try to trick you into thinking that they're good associations. But I just don't let those, if any thoughts slot into my brain like that, I just instantly dismiss them for what they are. I recognize them. I think that's the big difference now as you get further into sobriety. You recognize those thoughts for what they are, which are just lies. They're just, your brain trying to trick you into thinking that to join in, to enjoy, to relax, you will need to, you need to have a drink or a drug or whatever it is that you do, to make you feel better, to make you feel inclusive. But I realized, and I think they all realized, without even saying anything, that I'm not just feel better for myself, I'm better for them in sobriety. I was able to make them laugh, they made me laugh, constantly laughing, we were for 4 days. And this is it, being sober is not just made me a better person, it's improved me as a company. People want to spend time with me because I'm sharper, my brain works better, I can remember things, and I made them all laugh and they made me laugh, and I was so relaxed and so enjoyed the time that I spent with them, and it was just a dream, the whole sort of several days, and then on from where my wife stayed on after that, and we really enjoyed some quality time together, relaxed and happy. And I continued with my sort of regime, if you like, my exercise. Although that's slotted back, I relaxed all my lifestyle to be with them. Really, I didn't go off on, massive hikes and exercise. I just sort of did my own thing in the apartment when I had a spare half hour or whatever. And I just realised what a gift that is. What a gift. To spend time with loved ones and to remember it, and for them to want to spend time with you and to enjoy it, but to be totally relaxed in your sobriety, not to question your sobriety or for it to be a strange thing, or why you're not having a drink. It doesn't even cross their mind or my mind, and these are people that really matter to me, whose opinion really matters to me. So fuck anyone else. It doesn't enter my thoughts or my head anymore. And this is what I'm trying to get across to you. It's really difficult in the first few months of sobriety, when you come across these occasions. And there were occasions in the past when my friends and my family have visited, where there's alcohol in the apartment, and where there's they go out and have a good time and all the rest of it, and I'm with them, where it has been really difficult. It's not an easy ride, initially. But you're training your brain. You use the neuroplasticity, which I talk about in my other videos. And please subscribe and like these if they're any good to you at all, or you think they'll help other people. Share them or whatever. Because if one of you gets anything from my sharing, then it's all worthwhile doing this. I'm not doing it for my ego or my to further mind. I'm just trying to share my experience honestly with you, and I'm always honest. I always tell you exactly how I'm feeling, and the stuff in my other videos which will help you in withdrawal and recovery and deciding to get sober, whether it be drugs or whether it be alcohol. I hope you'll find them useful. Anyway, sorry I've digressed a bit there, but yes, being relaxed in my sobriety, and not feeling different and not feeling excluded, and feeling more than a part of it, an integral part of the enjoyment and the happiness that surrounded this last 10 days, I just want to get that across to you, that it is hard to start with, but because you practice, and because it just becomes, because you feel so good, because it's your lifestyle choice. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something to be really proud of, because it's improving you as a person, and I'm not judging them for having a drink either, because they're able to put it down, all of them. And I know in the past I've made videos about how bad alcohol is for you, and drugs are for you, education, if you like, stuff I've learned. But I would never dream of imposing my lifestyle on them, because they're more than happy and more than capable in their own lifestyle. They don't have an issue with it. They can all put it down and have a good time, and then not touch it for God knows how long, and not even think about it. And that's brilliant that they can do that, and I respect that, and I respect them for it. And that's their lifestyle choice, and they're all happy, healthy, successful people. So, who am I to judge? It's just that I can't do that. So I have to make a different lifestyle choice. So, so be it. The only thing I would notice it's not negative over the last 10 days is that I relaxed my diet a bit because it's really difficult for me to cook. My wife's not vegan or vegetarian or anything like that, and she likes a bit of ice cream. She likes a bit of sweet stuff, a bit of chocolate, and fair play, And again, I don't judge that, but I had a few packs of crisps and stuff I would never dream of touching. Now I'm on my own again. And again, that's, but I saw this sort of last 10 days as a bit of a holiday for me, if you like. But what I would say is that I ate a bit of chocolate and I ate some ice cream and I ate some crisps and I ate bread, all stuff that I never ever touch. And those of you who see my videos on diet know that what diet I'm on. Have a look at those. And what I did notice that immediately all of those things, particularly the sugar, affected my mood, my energy levels, my sleep, everything. I wasn't worried about weight or stuff like that because it was just a short period of time, and I was still working hard on my fitness, But definitely no sleep for 2 days. Felt lethargic and tired, and the mood, my mood wasn't elevated from the moment I woke up. Sort of a sugar hangover immediately. And my going to the loo and all that sort of stuff was affected. Sorry to be graphic, but eating bread and stuff, pains in the stomach, and my digestion was different. Just notice these things, because of the lifestyle that I choose to live now. Anyway, that's by the by, and it took. And when my wife went home a couple of days ago, I wanted to go and buy some ice cream. This is how it affects you. You've got to be really careful. Sugar is very, very, very addictive, and it has massive effect on your body and health, overall health. But I managed to resist that temptation, and now, sort of 2 days in, I'm back on the vegan diet. But with some, I say a vegan diet, but I am eating a bit of lean chicken breast, 2 or 3 times a week. Because B12 has been a bit of an issue for me, but I'm eating sort of porridge at breakfast time with a fortified cereal in it, which is giving me B12 as well, and I feel good for that. Anyway, that's another story which I'll talk about in another video. So that's it, really. I just want to share with you a really positive message, really. That these are the gifts that if you work hard at your sobriety and a sober lifestyle, all these gifts will come to you. Your family, the people who you really care about and love and respect and care about their opinions will come and want to be with you wherever you are. Whatever's happened in the past, things will heal. If you're working hard at this, and I just want to share that positive message with all of you, and wish you carpe diem. Seize the day, because it's really important, this, and these gifts will come to you and keep coming to you, and you'll keep on learning along the way, and learning what's good for you and what's not good for you. And be open-minded. Be open to everything, not closed. Closed to nothing. Be open to everything, open-minded about everything, because there's so much you can learn from other people, and people who've been through all this and are still going through it. Pick up from them, learn from them. But it's a great life being sober. It's an amazing life, and please try it. If you've got any issues, which you obviously have if you're watching these videos, please give it a go, because it's so worth it. Everything that you think you've lost, you can win back. There's no doubt about that if you work hard enough at it, and it is a fight. But please give it a go, and please leave in the comments anything you want me to talk about in future videos that you may be interested in, or think others will be interested in. Please leave a note for me in the comments. I'll always answer any comments that you have, or any queries that you have, and I'll talk about anything anyone wants me to talk about, stuff that and I'll find out about it if I don't know about it. All right, thank you very much for listening to this video. Carpe diem, seize the day. Semper ego factim. Always my best, and that's what's important. Always be your best, always do your best. Much love to you all. Thank you. Bye bye.